Hi everyone! In this video we will convert from decimal notation to scientific notation. Convert to scientific notation, 842 million. Scientific notation is written as a digit, decimal, and any other remaining significant digits minus any extraneous zeros. And this first digit needs to be a number between 1 and 10. Then we multiply this by 10 raised to some power. This is scientific notation. For our number, we need to move the decimal so that we have a digit, decimal, and the remaining significant digits. Because I don't have a decimal on my number, I can put 1 at the very end because that doesn't change the value. Then I need to move it so that I have a digit and then the decimal and all remaining digits. In this case, I'm going to move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 place values, and my decimal will go here. So now I have the first part of my scientific notation as 8.42, and again, we ignore the rest of the extraneous zeros. If I had another digit after the zeros, I'd have to include all of the zeros between. But in this case, I just have a bunch of zeros after, so I can ignore them. Now I multiply this by 10, and I raise it to some power. And that power is told to me by the number of place values we moved the decimal. We moved the decimal 8 place values to the left. This is in the negative direction. So I moved 8 place values left or -8. And to negate that, because that changed the value of my number, I'm going to then write my scientific notation exponent as a +8 because I need to undo that to keep the value the same. And since this scientific notation is that exact same number, just written differently, I need to make sure that when I calculate it out, I will end up with the original. And we can actually do that to check. So let's go ahead and multiply 10 to the 8th power gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When we multiply by powers of 10, this 8 tells me how many zeros are in the multiple. And so I have 8 zeros. So when I take 8.42 and multiply this by the multiple of 10, this means that I move the decimal the same number of zeros in the right direction. So I would move it 8 place values this way, giving me 8, 4, 2, and then fill in the rest, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is the exact same number we started with. That means that our scientific notation of 8.42 times 10 to the 8th is the correct scientific notation for our number of 842 million. The fast way to check this is to just take our decimal here and move it the same number of place values, and this is a positive number, so we move it 8 place values to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which gives us, again, that same original number. Either way you want to check it works great, but our answer of 8.42 times 10 to the 8th is the correct scientific notation for our number of 842 million. And we're all done.